Hey everyone, I'm Ben and this is Counterfeit Christianity. In this conversation, I want to talk about something that we've talked about in the past. I want to rehash some of these things because there's so many new people around. I want to talk about why in the past we have said that Christianity is God's biggest enemy in this world. And it's also, I think Christianity is also the Antichrist. If there was one Antichrist, then I think Christianity is it. Why have I come to these conclusions? As you know, if you've listened to any of my videos in the past, you know I grew up in Christian churches, been to all different types of Christian churches, and I went to Christian school and all that sort of stuff. Religion was a really big part of my life when I was a kid. Lived inside the understanding that you had to be a Christian to be with God. But now as I've grown up and have gone along the journey of understanding who God truly is, I realize that Christianity is actually one of the most evil things in the world. And why is that? Christians really, really hate it when I say that, but if you really look into it and understand it, and understand that God wants to have a relationship with you, that is what it means to be with God. Just saying a Christian incantation doesn't have anything to do with it. All of the things that I was taught as a child about Christianity is actually a lie. Why do I say that Christianity is the Antichrist, or that Christianity is God's biggest enemy in the world? And that's because of the perception that people have of Christians, right? Most people think that Christians are good people, and then they're always shocked when they come into contact with a Christian and they're some of the worst people that they've ever met. They're trying to push fear. They're trying to say that you're going to burn in hell. That's what Christians say if you don't choose to follow what they tell you to follow. We expect Christians to be good people, and that's why it's always hard to understand when they're not. I could never understand that when I was a kid, that these Christians say that they love you, but at the same time, it feels like they hate you because they're trying to push this anger of God onto you. But it's actually their anger and it's their fear of the God that they do not understand at all. And a lot of people wonder why I say that they're the worst people in the world, because there are really evil people in the world, right? But at least we know that they're evil. Like, look at the other religions. We can look at them and say, let's talk about Islam, for example. We look at Islam and you see the fruit that comes out of it. It's obviously evil. A lot of people look at Buddhism and see that it's nothing. I lived in Thailand for 20 years. I know what Buddhism is. Buddhism is a fear-based religion, so it's not very good either. And then there's Christianity. They say it's a love-based religion, but it's actually a fear-based religion, and therefore it's exactly the same as the others. It's just the perception that people have of it that makes it the worst, because we expect good things to come out of it. Usually, the most evil things come out of it. And the same things as all the other religions, these negative things, they all come out of Christianity. And it's just that we expect it to be different. That's the journey that I've been on, of realizing that it's actually, religion is all evil. I had that epiphany a while ago, many years ago. And that was the very first thing that I came across when I was on the way with God, is that, oh, religion's evil and God doesn't want it at all. He hates it. And now I've come to the understanding that, yeah, that's why Jesus came. He came to separate us from religion and institutional things like that, where there's rules and regulations, because God is not a God of rules. He is a God of relationship with Him. When you look at the Christianity and then look at the Bible from the outside, it looks like it's only rules and regulations. And it looks like God is really, really angry. He wants to burn everybody up. But that's not the case at all. That's just what it feels like to all of us who have had fire breathed onto us by Christians. And that's actually what's happening. They're breathing their fire and death on us because they are a death cult. Christianity is a death cult. They try and manipulate people by telling them that He is angry with them and He cares about the sins that you have committed in your life. But actually, He doesn't at all. It's them who care about it, and it's their fear that they are projecting onto you. And it's not God. Because if you've ever experienced a relationship with the living God, there's none of that in there. That was part of my journey as well of, well, I feel like this is what God is like with me, but I keep hearing these people say this stuff about Him. And it took me a long time, a really, really long time, to understand that that's just them. That is their fear, and that is their life that they're projecting onto everybody else. They want you to be afraid of hell and of God, because that is what they are. They are afraid of God and worried that he is going to put them in hell. But that's not for those who are with him. Those who are with him get to be absolutely free. God wants a relationship with you so you can be free from the hell of religion, from the hell of Christianity, all these knots that they tie you up in. So yeah, you don't have to be a part of that to be with God. You don't have to be a Christian to be with God. I did a video before about how I think it's really funny that people believe that God wants them to be a Christian. It's really funny. Well, Christians only believe that. But you can be with God. You want to be with God on an individual level so that you can be free with him individually. And then he can flow you into the things that he wants you to be a part of. There's a small thing that we can do together, and that is have authentic relationship together with people that God brings to us. But that comes with time. That comes with being in relationship with God first, and then he will flow you into these other things. Some of us don't have as much time because we have families, and that's what drew me into a relationship with God, is because I realized what I was doing to them, and I was killing them with my religiousness, with my Christianity. If you're in a place where you are questioning the stuff that you have been taught throughout your life about Christianity and about God, keep asking those questions. I would suggest you don't ask Christians that, because just look in the comments of all of my videos of these Christians who are extremely angry, and they would like nothing more than people who don't think the things that they think to burn in hell. That's why they are a death cult, because they say, think and believe the things that I think and believe, or you are wrong, then you live in sin, then you burn in hell. And it's my God, my loving God, that's going to do that to you. Don't be tricked by it. Now, I think most of us, if we are looking for authentic things in this life, we will notice that, and it doesn't feel right. And it doesn't feel right because we're made in God's image. We're made just like him. So yeah, it's hard because we are told one thing, but we feel the other. We feel the opposite. And we're also told that our feelings mean nothing, and the things that we feel are lies, and our heart is a lie, and our heart lies to us. But that's not true, because God connects with us via the heart. The mind is so that we can be in the world and work in this world, but God connects with us in our heart. And it's the opposite of what Christianity tells you, right? I'm really thankful that people are watching this and getting things out of it, and I really appreciate you guys watching. And thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.